All right, we got Brandon Rhymes here, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams, one of the premier real estate agents down in the Tampa Bay area. There's so much going on in the industry right now, and we just got information. The new numbers came out where we have so much inventory on the market. We've really changed from a seller's market to a buyer's market. Have you seen that same down in Tampa Bay?
Yeah, yeah, and some call it a balanced market, depending on where you're at. But what you have is a really interesting dynamic right now with optimism. Of course, we're coming into the spring, but you also have the of course the recent memory of hurricanes on the Gulf Coast. So you have all of these mixed emotions right now, Bruce. It's almost like one of these reality TV shows. You have these mixed opinions around real estate, but ultimately, and you can always play the waiting game, but you never want to do that. But I was just going to go over inventory for you. Do you want me to do that now?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's talk about it, because in the Central Florida area, we now have 7,000 homes on the market, and we've got a 7-month supply of inventory, which when we exceed 6 months, it becomes more of a buyer's market. So I think sellers are going to have to get real serious about paying closing costs, doing repairs, because their competition just got steeper for them. But I feel it's a huge buyer's opportunity. What do you think about that?
Yeah, buyers are going to make deals right now. The smart, the savvy buyers are going to make deals right now because they know that sellers are willing to give concessions. They're also allowing for down payment assistance, buying down the rates. There's a lot of things you can do. You get creative with it. And the strategy is, of course, do your research, find the right buy, the right property for you, but don't sit on the fence. And then also, Bruce has the best loan programs in the country. So when you look at absorption rate, we're very similar over here in Hillsborough County. We've got about 5,900 actives right now, and last month we sold about 1,100 of those countywide. So that gives us an 18% absorption rate. Now that is a new low. So the absorption rate being low, okay. Now let's follow that over to inventory. We're 5.5 months supply of inventory here in Hillsborough County. Now that's a new high. Okay. So yeah, we're it's an interesting market.
How many more homes came on the market there from last month? What was your increase? Do you have that number? Because here in the Orlando area, we had 1,000 more homes hit the market. But listen, I have a feeling I know why. Okay, this is my perspective. You give me yours.
Yeah.
First of all, I think that the people that were sitting on their house that have a 3.5% 30-year fixed rate did not want to jump in the market. But they've realized now, because they feel better about the economy, even though rates aren't that much better, they feel more consumer confidence. So they decided to list their home. And all of a sudden we got flooded with a bunch of listings, but those listings are also buyers. So they're going to absorb that as well. And I don't think this large inventory number is going to last, because we're getting ready to come into spring season, and that's the buying season, and it's going to shrink back. So I think buyers have a limited amount of time to be able to do what they need to do and get in there and make a deal. What do you think?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you have 100% financing programs. Just think of this opportunity for an investment, for a place to live, a primary residence. If you've got a veteran, you buy a duplex, triplex, quad, you live in one side, you rent the others out. You don't have to be a math major to figure that one. You're going to be cash flowing a lot of money. And we've seen people do it over and over our careers, Bruce. I've been doing this since 01. You've been in it for a long time. That's how people get rich in real estate.
Absolutely. 70% of the wealth in America is built through real estate, and it was the easiest way. A dummy like me has made a lot of money in real estate. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And you and I have all the tools to be able to not only do it for ourselves, but help educate the people that listen to us so they can experience the same luxuries that we have.
When you get to our point in life too, I'm kind of in that statesman's, point. It's like, hey, I want to give back. I want to help people. That's really a priority for me. As you know, with the Consumer Quarterback Show, it's all about being a consumer advocate. And that's what we do in our real estate business as well, especially on the listing side. We're going to get the maximum exposure for the seller. And that's my highest duty, is to maximize the exposure on the sale of your real estate, because I feature your property in ways that other real estate companies don't and can't, with our real estate talk show and I agree. Cross-pollination that we do with Bruce and things like that.
100%. Brandon Rhymes, I would have called him the leader of the Platinum MVP team, but I really think Lindsay, probably his wife, is really at the top of the line there. He's like
team.
me. He's a rainmaker, right? He's the rainmaker. And but I got to tell you, you got an amazing team. You have agents that will go all the way from Cape Coral all the way up to even Gainesville. So you cover a large area. If you're looking for a great real estate agent in that area that can help you sell your home or help you find the home that you want to buy, Brandon Rhymes. Brandon, give out your number. And if you can't remember his number, you can always call me. Brandon, how do they reach you?
Yeah, 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. And that's the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Yeah, and you're on the bone at what time?
Yeah, 7 a.m. Early mornings on the bone, 7 a.m., 102.5 The Bone, the Consumer Quarterback Show.
And that's Saturdays or Sundays?
Sunday morning.
Yep. Sunday morning. All right. So listen to Brandon before you go to church. There you go. All right. Brandon Rhymes, Platinum MVP team. If you can't remember his number, you can always call the Lone Ranger at 813-213-4009, 813-213-4009. I'm always here to connect you with the right people in the industry. Brandon Rhymes and his team are definitely a player in the industry and will guide you in the right direction. And they're in alignment with their integrity and their professionalism with the Lone Ranger. So thank you for joining me today on the show. I appreciate you, Brandon.
Hey, my pleasure. Have a great one. Appreciate
you. You do the same.